Now let's talk about implementing data quality services and some of the keywords and things that you need to be aware of on the exam. First of all, data quality is divided into two dimensions when you're trying to lay out, wait a minute, exactly what data do I want to include here? And we'll use a term later on about master data. But for now, let's just stay with these two dimensions in data quality services. The first one is a hard dimension. This is data where its meaning is measurable. There's no doubt about its meaning. You can query it. You can use tools like Transact SQL queries. You can use documentation, but there's absolutely no doubt about what that data is, what it should look like, and what it should be called. Then we get into the subjective stuff. There's soft dimension data, and this is where the data and its meaning depend on the perception of the users of the data. Now, this is where it can tend to get kind of dangerous in a business because different users, different departments may read the same thing and perceive different meanings from it. But this is much more difficult to measure. As a matter of fact, the only way to get to the meaning of this and to find those perceptive differences is to just go out and interview employees and interview the people who use this data. Now, to implement data quality services, DQS, or data quality services, must be installed separately from SQL Server. SQL Server 2012 must be installed first. The SQL Server 2012 database engine services must be installed and running, and then you can go back and install DQS. And to do it, you just rerun the SQL Server 2012 setup process, and you want to make sure that when you get to the features page, you check data quality services and data quality client, and then run that installation. Now, the DQS, or Data Quality Services installation, will create three databases that are used to provide data quality services functionality. And you need to know these for the exam and just know these little one-liners on what's in them. First, it will create the DQS main database. This contains stored procedures that make up the actual DQS engine. In other words, this is a series of stored procedures doing the magic here, and they live in the DQS main database. You'll also find published knowledge bases in the DQS main database. The DQS projects database is the second one. It contains data for your knowledge base management activities, and it also contains data needed during cleansing and matching projects. Now keep in mind, one of the things that data quality services will do is actually crawl through your databases and look for data quality issues and correct those automatically. And of course, it'll give you reports to let you know what it did and what it's doing and what it's found and so forth. It doesn't just blindly go change your data, okay? The third database you need to be familiar with is the DQS staging data database. And this is an intermediate storage area, and this is used to hold copied source data that you're going to be using for cleansing later. Data Quality Services is a very interesting new tool that we're seeing. Again, this has been enhanced from prior versions, so just keep that in mind. But make sure you understand at least the stuff I've talked about here, but it would not hurt you one bit to go read about this, and if you get the opportunity and the time, install this and play with it before you go to sit this exam. It will only help. There's Data Quality Services.